Hey, Paul from Mazava Consulting. We're a data consultancy. Don't worry about it too much. We'll talk about it more later. But quick PSA, there's a viral URL tracking post thing that the screenshot's probably right there. It's not really how web tracking works. It says that UTM parameters track your personal connections and activity. That's not really what they do. These parameters just tell a website which marketing campaigns you came from. Like if you were to click on a link from my bio, it might have something like UTM underscore source equals TikTok. That just tells my website that someone's coming in or someone's viewing the website from TikTok, not necessarily who you are, not that we're connected or anything, but just traffic from TikTok. Real tracking happens through a bunch of other things like cookies, logins, JavaScript tags, right? All those things put together. Stuff that works regardless of what URL parameters exist in that URL you clicked on. Tools like Google Analytics don't really need UTMs to track you across the websites. I know that all the marketing folks are like rolling around and writhing right now. And yeah, they're correct. You do need UTM parameters. If you're a marketer, you utilize UTM parameters. But like if you're not a marketer, I think you still should probably, as a consumer, it'd probably be a good idea to know the different types of data and what's actually being collected about you. We'll do about 6 or 7 more videos coming up soon about the different types of data that's being collected and how it's being collected when you're visiting just a regular run-of-the-mill website. But the TLDR that you should probably know right now are 2 main types of data. There's first-party data and third-party data. First-party data is data that you've given directly to a company or directly to an entity. Like, for example, signing up for a newsletter or like signing up for a free trial of something, filling out some type of form, or submitting your email address somewhere. That's first-party data. That is directly you giving that data to that entity and them storing it and using it for different purposes. The next type is third-party data, which is a little bit more nefarious. This is where we get into like the whole data broker type thing. We'll get, again, more into detail of that in the future, but be careful about privacy, focus on the things that matter, right? Use a good ad blocker, enable tracking protection, like be careful of what you share when you sign up for services, right? You can clean URLs, it's just not gonna do anything really one way or the other. Bottom line is that there is a lot of data out there about us individually as human beings, and because of how connected we are to the internet and how interconnected we are to different technologies, there is a certain amount of data that, yeah, sure, at one point it might have been really necessary to have to interconnect different systems or whatever. Some of that data gets collected. And again, data that started off as first party might end up not being first party. So just be careful with what you sign up for online, where you go, and be smart about it. But the reality is you can't really do all that much online without giving some kind of information away. And the amount of conveniences that we have today based off of technology, people trading off data for that convenience is understandable. I am hopeful, though, that the more that we as consumers understand more about data and as the conversation becomes more and more accessible to people, the easier it'll be to reinforce ethics and to hold companies and organizations accountable for not being ethical with their data collection and how they're utilizing data. But yeah, if you are a consumer and are curious about the world of data and want to get a better understanding of some of the headlines, since data and especially AI is really prevalent in the news today, or if you're a data professional, data analyst, or marketer or whatever that wants to better understand how data is collected and how to best utilize ethics as a framework, follow us. Feel free to ask questions. Throw me a DM. I love answering questions if I can. Stay tuned for more.